Hello, everyone, and welcome back to EDCNC. My name is Samuel, and today we have our guest, Chad Landman. How are you, sir?
Good morning.
Okay,
Gracious,
so
that was an intro.
I did not get to do it justice. I messed up. So let's play that one more time, okay? Let's do this again. I put this together last night, and then I just flubbed up trying to fix it. So let's play that again. So what do you think about that?
Dope. That's what I think
So
about it.
the graphics and the background and everything was put together by my buddy who's in the chat, to be determined. So thank you so much for that. But
Very
hey,
nice.
everybody, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Today we're chatting a little bit about, well, what we've got coming up. But I think kind of our main knife topic is this right here. I've got it laid out weird. It looks funny and it's blurry, so I probably won't end up using that camera. But we've got
Yeah,
small knives on the brain today.
you go ahead and talk about some of those. I'm going to start sharing links here, and we'll get going this morning. How's everybody doing this morning? I need to go to the chat. I need to get everything done. It's a little bit, it's an hour earlier for me here, man. It's an hour earlier here. You
Yeah,
got to
9 a.m.
sleep in
there.
a little bit more than I did, so.
Check
But by
out
the way,
this.
I'm in my garage.
Ooh.
And this is all the knives, and I'm going to talk a little bit about organization and whatnot this morning, like you did on your live stream last week. So, looking forward to that.
Well, that's great. So, hope everyone's doing well. We got Neil McKenzie, we got Bryson, or to be determined. We've got Patrick McDowell, and we've got Marco. Hope everyone is great. So, yeah, let's get fired up with small knives. So, that's what we're going to be talking about first. Let me pull my phone off of this here.
There we go. Finally found
I'm
it.
not going to be using it. But small knives is kind of our category today. Shut up. My stupid phone is giving me reverberation. There we go. So, Chad and I both, we were talking about this. What day was it? Thursday? I think it was like
I think
Thursday.
so.
And I showed him, like, I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, maybe more small knives. And he was like, I have probably double that. So I'm figuring that'd be a good conversation topic.
I don't have quite double, but I'm a little. I got a little bit more than you, but I was
Almost.
exaggerating a little bit, maybe. Yeah, almost.
Oh, I got to run over here and grab something. Don't you hate that when it's time to start and then you haven't grabbed everything? But
Hey,
anyways,
I'm going to have to go grab some more coffee here in a minute, so it doesn't matter. So,
well, today we're talking about small knives. So why are small knives so fun? So that also, we can throw small fixed blades in there with that. So you're gonna have to throw that knives by Nuge in there. But they're so much fun to carry. You're able to get a lot done with them, even if they are just a small knife. And they're so easy to carry, especially when summer rolls around, when you're wearing lighter clothing.
Yeah, exactly. Winter is not a problem, but man, summer, wearing shorts all the time, especially down here in the South. I don't know how it is with everybody else, but when you're wearing those lightweight shorts, you do not want to weigh your pants down with a Kubi Master Chief. I'll tell you that much.
Well, and that's the thing. So, like, you let's say you're in a public job or something too. A smaller knife is a lot less, I guess you would say, intimidating to people, even though, people
Yes.
shouldn't be intimidated by knives. They're just pocket knives. They're just tools. But yeah, some people are still a little soft on stuff like that.
But you know what there, Sam? On that note, I have noticed that in some foreign countries and in some bigger cities where knives are outlawed, people do have that kind of like fear, honestly. And honestly, I was standing in New York City, no joke, standing in New York City with my wife on an anniversary trip this past July. I didn't have a knife out. It was in a deep carry thing, and it was in my pants pocket. And a cop was standing right next to me, and he looked at me and he goes, I can write you a ticket for that." And I was like, for what? And he goes, that. And it was I had a tiny little Pro-Tech,
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, he says, you can't have knives. He's like, you're not from around here, obviously. He says, you can't have knives in the city limits. And I was like, what? Wow.
Like none at all.
So, yeah. And knife shops, Knife shops, other than a Victorinox shop in New York City, knife shops non-existent.
Really? So, well, you see, I thought there was like a 3-inch blade law, or maybe it had to be like the UK. I think they have both a
Yeah,
3-inch
UK
blade
has
law
three
and
inch. Yeah.
non-locking. So
Hmm.
you can't have a locking knife, and it has to be now. I think you can have them, you just can't carry them in public. So, and like Australia, they have rules where, just from what I've picked up from watching like Cedric and Ada, the way he talks is they have rules of, if you're gonna have a knife on you, you need to be in the trade or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, you need to have a good excuse for why you're carrying a knife, something like that. So yeah, these, and I brought that up in my recent video of where I put these two guys head to head, the Benchmade Mini Bug Out and the Voskey Mini Nightshade. Go watch that video. I'm not going to spoil how it turned out, but I did like a points based system, and I actually gave the Mini Nightshade the point for blade length because it's shorter, not because it's longer. Now, for me personally, I'm fine with having the longer blade on the Mini Bug Out. But
Yeah.
when you're making knives around this size, the knives that bother me are the ones that come out. Excuse me, got the burps. Are the knives that come out around this size that have like a right at 3-inch or like a 3.1-inch blade or something. It's like,
Yeah.
you just alienated so many people from being able to carry that.
Hmm.
So that's kind of what we're chatting about today. Small knives, different stuff like that. So I understand New York City, not even a nice place to visit anymore. I've never been, but I
Oh, it's
might need
nice
to.
to visit. Don't want to live there though. That's
Yeah,
absolutely the
me
truth right
too.
there.
Andy, how are you, sir? Chad and I were talking about you Thursday night, or whatever day we were talking about you being at Georgia Bushcraft and stuff. And to be determined says, dang commies taking our rights. No kidding. I mean, at what point? Now, I understand, like, politicians think that the best way to solve problems is to just take the problems away.
Yeah.
But, I'm not going to get political or anything, but just, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Obviously, the criminals are going to get, they're going to have access because they don't care. They don't have
Criminals
more.
are they're gonna find a way.
They're gonna go
That's
over
all there
state
is to
lines
it.
and get something, smuggle it back or
Yep.
something. That's. I mean, you're already dealing with people who don't care.
The example I use is prohibition. Back in the
Hmm.
day,
Yeah.
there was more alcohol trade and more alcohol made in prohibition than there was when it was when it was against not against the law, right? And that
Yeah.
was almost a century ago now. So man, it's just crazy to think about. And I'm not saying there should not be laws. I'm a big proponent of
Right.
laws because
Right.
laws don't let us not have a society with chaos. But at
Right.
the same time, is a 3 inch little blade like a CGRB mini pyrite right here, is that going to be considered a weapon other than on an airplane? Like I understand not being able to bring one on an airplane,
Right.
right? I get
Right.
that.
Totally. Totally.
Or through security, or through a place that has high security, like a big museum or a big, huge public place. I get that. But in general public, walking down the street, a little 2, 3 inch blade, really?
Hmm.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yep. And that's my thing. I get with planes. I actually don't have a problem with that because it's not like you just can't take anything. They have, hey, if you want to take a knife with you on the plane, put it under the plane. You can take them. Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I mean, they
yeah.
even allow you to do that with.
I'll check.
I don't want to
That's
say the
why I
word
check a
with.
bag, is because I
Right.
can have a rifle when I get to the place where I'm going.
Right. So that's cool. But the ones that just outright like ban it, it's just ridiculous, Like you're on a big old tuna can that's pressurized. Like I totally
Yeah,
get not wanting to have somebody with something sharp up there. But like, well, if we better not get too deep into this or YouTube might
check
kick us.
out. Well, check out what Andy said. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that's
not
what I
gonna
was
get
about to
too
say.
deep on it, but yeah,
I
check out
forgot I
what he
can
said.
highlight comments. Andy said Amazon won't even ship a basic looking or basic locking blades to Rochester, New York. Not a law, but it's Amazon policy.
Won't even
Bull
ship.
malarkey. Yeah,
That's
that's crazy.
crazy.
It's nuts.
And
So,
then what's funny about Memphis, I'm from Tennessee here, obviously, and in and out of Memphis constantly. And yeah, Memphis is honestly very, very dangerous. And it would be one of those places where I would want a knife. But again, there ain't no knife laws in Memphis, I don't think. Not in inner city Memphis, not in Shelby County, wherever it is. So yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I think it's quite nuts when the way that people think that They think the best way to keep people safe is to keep the honest people from being able to defend themselves in any manner. But like you said, this right here. So I'm a martial artist, and I'm not like bragging or being cheesy or anything. I'm not one of those who thinks he's bulletproof or something. But I am trained, and trained not to like a high extent with knives, but pretty well. And this right here, boy, that'd be hard to do something with. I mean, you could do something with
Exactly.
it, but
I
even
mean,
I have experience with knives. And this right here, I would, I might would rather just use my hands than try to do something with this.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
These small knives are so like non non-threatening. I mean, still
Well,
hurt.
and when you think about and what influenced my life primarily the most was the attacks on New York at September 11th.
Hmm.
And I was in the military at the time, went into the military in peacetime. Um, actually fought in both wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. And the guys who um, the guys who hijacked the plane with something like this, something
Yeah.
that's a work tool. They
Hmm.
didn't hijack the plane with swords
Right.
and ninja swords, and they didn't do that. They did it with box cutters.
Right.
And again, anything. Come on, if you're going to outlaw every sharp thing out there, anything can be used as a weapon. And
Right.
so, trying to exactly, I think I wholeheartedly agree with what you're saying. Don't try to absolutely regulate and make laws against everything. Good morning,
Yeah.
Angelo.
Hello, sir. How are you? I think what everybody needs is just like uh, the problems with some of our police forces is training. They people. I think everybody ought to get some type of training, whether it
Yeah,
be boxing. I think jujitsu is really good. But I think I have trained in jujitsu, taekwondo, hapkido, Filipino martial arts, which is stick and knife. Let's see what else. I think I already said jujitsu, boxing,
yeah.
all kinds of stuff. And once you get all of it together, you've got a pretty good, like, well-rounded thing going on. But if I could suggest one, it would. I don't know. That would be hard. But anyways, point is, I think you should get some type of training because, especially if you live in a place where you can't have any tools to defend yourself, whether that be a knife or other things.
Well,
Um,
most encounters, and I've done a little bit of close combat training in the Marines, and I've done some training with local law enforcement as well as security for our church that we have. We have a fairly large church here in Columbia, and what we have found is that most of your encounters are going to happen within inside of 15 yards.
mhm,
And most encounters that are they're snatch and grabs or robberies or anything like that are going to be really right there in your face. Nobody's going to necessarily have a gun or a knife necessarily with that. They're trying to get something from you. And what you said, martial arts stuff, one of the most valuable ones that I've found is jujitsu, because
mhm,
jujitsu is one of those martial arts that you would be able to, it's very wrestling oriented. It's very locking and holds and different things like that.
yep,
And if you know some of that stuff and you know how some of those different things to lock somebody up who's trying to hurt you or hurt your family or something like that, most of those encounters are going to happen very closely. That's why I don't even have a rifle. I just have close combat handguns and
mhm,
obviously knives,
yeah,
because most of those encounters are just not. I'm not going to be shooting somebody from 50 yards away, you know, unless Well, I don't want to
yeah.
say
Let's not,
too
yeah,
much,
let's not
but
get
yeah,
into
yeah.
that.
Let's not get into that. Let's not get
Yeah.
into that.
So, yeah, that's what I like about hapkido. I'm a second degree black belt in hapkido, trained for I think it was over 10 years in that, and I haven't been lately because I've been busy with the channel stuff like that. But it's a well rounded one where you do a little bit of grappling, a little bit of punching, a little bit of kicking, a little bit
Yeah.
of throwing stuff like that. I really like hapkido. It's a good one. I think
Did you see what Gabe said
hapkido.
about you can actually carry any blade in Tennessee?
Yes, well, you can in North Carolina
I
for
saw
the
a
most
dude.
part.
I saw a dude carrying a sword one time.
I
No
think.
joke.
Well, you see fixed blades. I don't know about in Tennessee, but fixed blades here, you can carry a fixed blade as long as it's not concealed. So,
Yeah.
like again, the ulti clip thing. The thing I use is like, and out the fronts, I think out the side, or what the. Anyways, as long as they're clipped onto your pocket, it's not concealed. But it's down if it's down in your pocket, it's considered concealed.
Okay.
So fixed blades are the same. But let's see, what did Andy say? All fights on the ground, jujitsu for the win. Yes,
Because
I
yeah,
like
all fight. I think he meant all fights end on the ground. That's
end
that's
on
a
the ground. Yes, I've
lot.
heard that before. I think
90%, 90% of jujitsu is fought on the ground.
every woman should be trained in jujitsu. That would
Yeah,
be
absolutely.
if you have a wife
Absolutely.
or a daughter or something, make sure you find a good jujitsu school. I've rolled in a few, and some of the guys are just absolute meatheads in there. But if you can find a good like family friendly gym, I grew up in my martial arts instructor Freeman, who's on the channel quite often. He's
Yeah.
the one that trained me throughout from the age of I think it was 11 to like 19 or 20. Um, he's a preacher, so it's a good family friendly school. Great atmosphere. We've got people from like the age of like 7 all the way up to maybe even 6, all the way up to like I don't know. I think we used to have some people in their 60s and 70s. So it's a great all around school. But find a good family friendly place and try to enroll them. I think you could get them in jujitsu and boxing. Because
Yes.
yes, every fight does end on the ground, but most of the
But they
time they start
start they
standing. Yeah,
start
yeah.
yeah, I was about
Nobody
to say they
nobody
start
starts
standing.
fighting. So
But
so
that's
that would be a
that's
good
one
one.
of the I think that's one of the basics of jujitsu is to take them down to the ground. I mean, that's
Hmm.
what you do, and that's how you get it done. We've got a I won't mention his name, but we have a jujitsu champ for the state of Tennessee that goes to our church. So
Wow.
I have learned quite a bit from him. Super nice guy, fireman. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
he is just wonderful. So anyway,
You
just
got to
thought I'd
watch
mention that.
you got
You
to
gotta
watch
watch
those
those guys.
firemen. The
That's
firemen,
right.
you got to watch them. Yeah. Ain't that right, Andy? Firemen are little. No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
gonna get some
But yeah,
coffee. You talk about some small knives. I'll get some coffee. I'll be right back.
well, I think I'll just chat for a minute. I hope everyone's doing well today. We'll get off that topic. I don't like to talk about that stuff too much on YouTube just in case somebody's listening. Um Somebody at YouTube, I don't want to make them mad or anything, but hope everyone is doing fantastically. How's your Saturday mornings? Man, we've already been at this 25 minutes. That's crazy.
What?
We can still hear you, Chad.
Hey, that's good. I'm just microwaving some coffee.
What up, Ghost Malone?
Ghost Malone, not Post Malone.
Yeah, it's Ghost Malone. I wish it was Post Malone.
Very
Oh,
nice.
by the way, today we are meeting up, or I'm meeting up with the guys from Crispy Donut. Well, at least Drew. We're all meeting in Greensboro. Drew, Brian Edmondson, and a couple others. We're all going to meet in Greensboro and have some dinner. And actually, I'm going to text him right now and make sure he brings me a swag pack because he owes me one.
Why does he owe you one? What's the story behind that?
Because I want a giveaway on their stream.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, he
Yeah.
does owe you one. Hey, speaking of giveaways, we got a couple of giveaways to do today,
Yes, we do. So let's do
and we're not
one
going to do those
at.
right now. You want to do one?
How many have you
What do
got?
you want to do? I've got a We Knife Sencut Civivi knife roll. I've got 4 decks of playing cards from We Knife, and I've got a million knife stickers. Check this out. Speaking of small knives, check those little babies out. Civivi little baby banter stickers. Then you've got, of course, the element. Or wait, yeah, I got a million of these, by the way.
Sweet.
Tell me the
Boy,
name
aren't
of this knife.
those little cleaning cloths are the best. I know you wear glasses too. I love
Yeah,
those
yeah,
things. The ones that come in the
absolutely. Yeah.
Civivi pack.
What is
That
what
is
is
the
that?
Eschaton.
Eschaton. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever actually held one from We Knife, but I've got a bunch of those. So
Do you know the story behind that designer,
no.
Elijah Isham? He died.
Oh,
Was it in 20? I want to say it's like 2021,
yeah.
2022. This is a sad story. You'll have to.
Oh.
Oh, that might be the
Anyway,
arachnid. The eschaton is very similar shape, though. Same designer. Yeah, that was a sad story. I'll have to tell you about that off of here. It's
okay.
kind of not something
The
I want
arachnid
to
by
really talk
We.
about.
Yeah, that's what he
But
said. The
anyways,
arachnid by We. There you go.
all right. So let's dive right in to the small knives, and then after we talk about it a little bit, maybe at like the 40-45 minute mark, we'll do a giveaway, and we'll do
Okay.
however many separate ones we need to do. So I have, like I said, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14 small knives, 15 if you include the fixed blades, and I'm probably missing some. You know what I'm missing though? Is a baby
What's that?
banter. I traded my baby banter to
Shame for
Freeman
shame for
for
shame.
this, and it is the best small knife. I think one of the best. Just the
It
ergonomics and
is.
everything.
Yeah, the ergonomic, it's got that big finger choil at the top, and it is just absolutely wonderful. The blade is about 2 inches, but it's really, really good. And I got this one in purple. This is the only one that I have. And every time I see a baby banner in a new design or a new kind of blade style or nitro, they got some nitro V ones now. They got some nitro V ones now. I want that one. This is actually a nitro. Actually, no, this is nitro V. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
This is one of the ones that I got. This was one of the first knives that I bought when I started making YouTube videos. This was my first Civivi knife, actually, and absolutely fell in love with it, and I have used it plenty, as you can see. Very nice little blade, and that's one of my favorites. So you're saying that that would be kind of your number one vote for small knife would be the baby banner,
Just
maybe?
the ergonomics and everything, it
Yeah.
is one of the best. I mean, personally, out of all mine that I have, it's gonna be one of these 2. It's gonna be either the CJRB Mica um,
What's the
or
difference
the
between the mica and the pyrite on the CGRB?
so
As
handle
somebody who is
shape.
getting it is somebody who's just getting into CJRB,
So you see
which
the
they're going to have a lot of
that
my
little
money this year, I think.
pyrite has that little nub at the top, I guess you'd call it, where this
Yeah.
one just is rounded off, and the tail end, the 45-degree angle on the back. But really, what it pretty much is, and I'm sorry the table's shaking, guys, but what it pretty much is this the drop point version of the pyrite, and this is the Warncliffe version. They're so
Okay.
similar, and ergonomics are so
They
just
do. They do not make it look like a Warncliffe though. You know what I mean? It
yeah,
doesn't
it's
look like one because of that big finger hole at the top. And
yeah.
I don't know that I've seen a knife. I love the satin OD green on this one, by the way. I don't know that I've seen a knife this small other than a ProTech, and I'm going to show you a ProTech here in a minute. But other than a ProTech, I don't know that I've seen one with a button lock that's this small. You know what I mean? Because this is barely a 2.5 inch knife. And
Yeah,
do you know of
it's one
any
of the
other knives that
smallest.
have that has a button lock on it?
The Kaiser Lieb is about the only one I could think, and it also might be a little bit bigger. But hey,
Okay.
guys, I tell you what I'm going to do this morning, and if you see me on my phone, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to throw some links up um, to some of these knives whenever we get to them. So I'll throw an Amazon link in the description.
So we got
Um,
Neil, Mackenzie, Gabe, Angelo, dang Ross in there.
dang, Ross,
Dang Ross, Ghost Malone, to be
what
determined.
a
We got
name,
yeah.
Ghost Malone.
That's perfect, man. I wish I'd have thought of that one.
Ooh, have you seen the blue version of the mini pyrite?
Yes,
They
yes,
have
I
a
have.
10% off coupon right now,
Is that
actually,
on
guys.
Blade? Is that on Blade HQ?
No, that was on Amazon. Um,
Amazon. Okay.
oh, Vosti or not Vosti, Blade HQ just released an awesome version. Or not even no, it wasn't even Blade HQ. NAF's just released an awesome version of the Baby Banter. Have you seen that? It's like a cotton candy version. Oh, it's so good, dude.
Have you seen the Cindy from NAFS?
Yes, I have.
It's their brand new one.
Ricky helped
Yeah,
produce that video they did.
I would not doubt it. He is one of the best.
Yeah, Ricky's the man. Actually, guys, Ricky, I have some really cool live streams lined up. We got Ricky Hernandez. We've got Max Level EDC is lined up for
I'm
February 1st,
so
Thursday night.
jealous. So
Thursday
jealous.
night, Max Level will be on here. We've got
Which, by the way, okay, I want to talk about Max Level. I want to talk about Dominic for a minute. For one, Dominic is a phenomenal person, but he got to go to
mhm.
SHOT Show.
Oh
If
my
you have not seen his video on the interview with what was it? What was the name of it? Um, he did an interview. He found a new multi tool.
next tool.
Well, no, not next tool. It's the other one.
Oh,
It's
I can't think of
Roxxon.
Roxanne. Okay, gotcha.
I saw Roxxon's table at Blade Show Atlanta, and it was just literally just a table and a banner, and they had a few prototypes out there. And I wanted to buy one of them, and he's like, "Oh, no, 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 you cannot buy these prototypes." And I was just like, "Man, these look great." And I didn't think about it. But then as soon as he put that Roxxon video up with the multi-tool that's customizable and
Yeah.
you can put it's open source, you can put in whatever tool you want. Yeah, it's going to be a game changer. I can already see it. So I don't email companies very often soliciting like a relationship with them and try to establish a relationship, but I did last night. I was like, "Hey, just introducing myself. Just want to get my name on the list if I could and all this other stuff." And
Yeah.
trying to get ahead
You
on
know,
that game, you know what I mean?
you know who really kind of it stinks that they won't get back to me, and I know you have the same problem too. Is CJRB.
Yeah.
I can't get them to
I
reply.
messaged I emailed them, I messaged them on Instagram once or twice. No joy.
And you,
If you see this and you work for CAJRB, get in touch, please.
yes, please, because I mean I even know I can never remember his name. Their representative, the one that's at Blade Shop, met him like twice now, and uh, we're not friends or anything, but I guess you'd call us acquaintances. Like he knows my face.
Yeah.
Um, but I know that's not the marketing team though. What is his name? Somebody help me out there.
Yeah.
It's and I'm not trying to be
You're a
like
big name guy. That's where your strength is. You're a big name guy, and you know the actual designer names and stuff like that. I couldn't tell you anything about who designed what knife.
okay, and I'm not trying to be like rude or anything here, but he has like he's the Asian guy. It starts with an R, I think. I can't ever. Anyways, but yeah, the CJRB guys are awesome. Like the team and everything. Like they sold me
Yeah.
these. I was working with Vosteed in Utah, and they like they hooked me up with these, and I ended up this. You can't get this version of the mica. I bought my wife. She was my fiance at the time. I bought her one that was pink with a black blade and swapped them. But um, anywho, yeah, those guys
That
are
is
awesome. His
that
name.
okay. So what Ghost Malone just mentioned, um, the American Service knife. I've heard that several times now. I need to check that out.
I think he meant to say service, but he said cervix.
Well, cervix is not well.
That's a
Typing is
body part,
hard.
isn't it?
Typing is hard. It's okay.
Sir.
We're not gonna make fun of. I am not gonna make fun of somebody
No,
messing
I'm not.
up
I'm
typing. How
not
about
either.
that?
It's just like that's a funny typo.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Basically, a
Oh,
USA SAK, completely
oh yeah.
modular.
I think I've
Yeah,
heard of those.
that's okay. I'm gonna put that on my list. I've got a running list, guys. I've got a running list that's so long of stuff I need to check out.
All right, so
Um,
let's keep going with the small knives. So
yeah, yeah.
like
Let's get back on
if
topic
yeah, we
here.
keep running away from it. If you had like one said my pet. Russell, that's his name. Okay, so like again, not trying to be like anything like trying to
An
put
Asian
people.
guy named Russell. Okay,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
wouldn't have saw that.
I was about to say like that's like I was about to say he's like an Asian guy with like the whitest name ever. I love Russell though. He'd probably laugh at that. He wouldn't care, but like I can never remember his name. Russell is the man. But anyways, um
Ghost, are
gosh,
you talking about the Medford? Is that a model of the American Service knife? Is that what you're talking about? Medford
um
one?
someone makes
What?
one with MagnaCut now, and I can't remember who that is. It might be MKM.
Hey man, sign me up for Magna Cut all day long. Anyway, you were
I
about to
don't.
ask a question with small knives.
Yes. So,
Fast knives
all right. So,
are
what is your favorite small knife? So, if I had to choose, like, and the Dragonfly surprisingly still holds up
well.
so
I'm
well.
I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna get a little I'm gonna get a little bougie with you.
Go ahead.
And I say a little bougie. It's not bougie. It's expensive, and
Yeah.
I think anything expensive is bougie. Is the Runt 5 from ProTech. I have
Yeah.
three of these. They're what, 180 a piece or whatever, maybe if on a good day. But
Mm,
the action, I mean, they're an automatic knife. This one's got a Magna Cut blade on it. This is the only one that I have on Magna Cut. The others are S35, and just the solidness of it, the materials, the way it fit. Look at the way it fits together there. There's
oh yeah.
no gap whatsoever. It's super tiny. So I'm going to compare it here to my mini bug out. And I love the mini bug out as well.
Yeah. It's
But
still
it's
a great
even
knife.
yeah, mini bug out's still a great knife. But you've got these are so tiny. It's thick. It's got the jimping right there is top notch. They cut like anything's been. They're my favorite small knives. They're very expensive, I know, but at the same time, they're absolutely my favorite small knife. Is
Well,
the
let's be
Runt 5
100%
from
honest now.
ProTech.
It's not that expensive. You can get a regular version, I think, for like 150, and
Okay,
These
well
guys
that's not
right
bad. Then
here.
I felt bad for mentioning an expensive knife,
Do you know how much these cost now?
but yeah, the what 180
$153 for, and now I
a
mentioned this
mini bug
in,
out.
yes, I mentioned this in the video that I made on these two. Now, American made, so on and so forth. But
You want to know
now
how much I got my mini bug out for?
$90.
Yep,
Man,
I
I'm
got
good.
mine for
Yeah,
about
you can find them
$95.
used all day. I found them before, like that had been like beat up and stuff. Throw an
It
edge
had
on them and they take care of them.
mine was perfect, but it had a tiny nick in the blade, and I got it out of it with my work sharp.
Yeah,
So
dude, the secondary market's so good. But you see, that was my problem with these two, and I said I wasn't going to give it away, but by talking about it so much, I'm probably going to. Um, the the problem with this is it's S30V, GFN, GRN. Which one is it?
Gravory,
Gravery. That's what it is. Yeah, and
Grivory.
Grivery, yeah, whatever it's called. But and now nothing against Gravery. Literally, next video probably we'll see. We run over a bug out. We
I
did a
can't wait.
big.
You sent me an
Oh, I'm
advance
so
copy of that
excited to.
video. I can't wait to see that because I hear so many times, and let me go ahead and pull out mine. I've got a full size bug out, which was my very first bench made, which
Mhm.
by the way still gets 1,000 views a week on. It's
Wow.
a short that I gets 1,000 views a week, but this Gravory, it's not exactly OD green, it's not exactly brown, it's somewhere in between.
Hmm.
But it's got everybody. People either love or hate Benchmade. That's what
Yep.
I have found. There is no in between. There's no like, oh, they're fine. It's a I freaking hate Benchmade and they're too expensive and it's expensive plastic and their blades are crap, or Benchmade is the greatest knife company that has ever existed on planet Earth. It's like there's
Hmm.
no in between. But Gravory, I have not. Gravory, yeah, it does have some flex, but I think it's supposed to. Like people are like,
Yeah.
oh, it's nothing but expensive plastic. It's like, no, it's. I like to talk about materials. I was talking about so my one of my coworkers found my YouTube channel. I don't advertise my YouTube. I work at a church. I'm a preacher. I'm a minister rather, and I work at a church. I work with several other ministers. I do not advertise my channel to any of that stuff on Facebook or anything like that. So it's actually pretty fun when people discover my YouTube channel and my hobby. And so he finally discovered it, came to my office and was talking to me. And he is just like the layperson with knives. He knows what he likes, but he doesn't know anything about blade steels. He doesn't know anything about materials or whatever. And he was looking at something. He found a knife on my channel that he really liked called the Fast Eddie, and it was a titanium. It says nitro V steel on it, and it's got titanium scales. But he looked at the price and said it's $115. That is completely crazy to me. And I was thinking, you don't know half of
Yeah.
it,
You
brother.
don't
Like
even.
like
You
you
would
don't
hate
you
to
don't know
see it.
anything. And so he's thinking, I'm thinking, man, that's kind of a deal at 100 or $115 for a knife like that. It's kind of a deal. And so he's actually borrowing that. I'm giving it to him for a test drive. And so it's just interesting to think about what we think about as knife people. We look at these and say, well, yeah, they're expensive, and it is a little bit of an expensive hobby, but you're getting some materials and some stuff that would have been nearly unfathomable back, I don't know, 20 years ago, 15 years ago. And I
If I
mean,
had,
MagnaCut is from heaven itself. I mean, good grief. It's the greatest thing. And now that's why it's the most expensive ever, though, is because
dude.
it's like the God steel.
Uh, 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 if I just had $165 to throw around right now, this would be on the way.
I will
That
I
I
will
can't believe they're in stock.
Well, they're usually not. They must have had a restock, but it is just a phenomenal. I mean, it's a fun. Let me show you the others that I've got. So I've got a couple of others. Um, oh, so I've got this little tiny one. This one's actually even smaller. And honestly, I cannot remember what the name of it is, but this is an S35 VN, and it's just black all around, and
Oh,
it's just a nice little ProTech. And honestly, I could not tell you the name of it. I bought this in Denver, Colorado, at a knife store that was super awesome knife store in South Denver. Couldn't remember the name of it, but it was amazing. And this has, those real subtle. It's got that really nice subtle button lock on it.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, it's just look at that right there. It's just super
That's
little
probably
nice.
going to
It's
be the next small knife I get is a ProTech Runt 5. I'm going to
yeah.
have to keep an eye out for that. The next knife I'm going to get is probably the QSP. Now I've got three coming in on trade. It's going to be a Kaiser Feist, a Kaiser Begleiter in 20 CV, and a Kubi. But I
What
need a Runt 5.
I like the blade shape on the OD one. I like it much better than I do this
That
one.
green, man. Oh, that green is beautiful.
But the OD is like I got this one at Blade Show um, Atlanta this year,
Atlanta. If they
and it
have
has
any left, I'll
been.
probably have to pick one of those up.
Oh, that now I will tell you the ProTech booth. What's funny about it is the tech. I joked to a friend of mine. I said the tech booths, the Microtech and the ProTech booth were the most active booths that I
Oh, I
went
bet
to.
so, yeah.
There were people buying stuff like crazy because people love that flipping action, that automatic
Yeah.
knives and stuff like that. The Runt 5 will jump out. If you're not used to it, it'll jump out of your hand, man. It's crazy.
Let's go back to this for a second because I think he's
Okay.
right. Honestly, love or hate the plastic, I think it's the recent price jumps that have polarized people on Benchmade. So my point on Benchmade is I I like their products. The mini bug out is one of I've said this about probably a few of these knives, but one of the best small knives you can get. It's still got that almost 3-inch blade, so it gets a lot done. Good action, good ergonomics. Everything's good about it, except you're getting Gravery for $158, which, hey, again, I don't have a thing against Gravery. We ran over it in that test, and you'll see it. And I'm not going to say what it did, but it held up. And I love this knife. I really do. It is a good shape, good everything. But for that much money, it's hard to do. Like this knife, the bug out with titanium scales on it, the bug out is a great everyday carry knife, probably one of the best. Like if you were just to
Yeah,
go up to
that's
somebody and say, "Hey, here is a new knife," money is not an issue, and you're like, "Here," I would probably go buy them. I probably wouldn't choose a Benchmade out of everything, but if I had to choose out of the Benchmade lineup, it would
yeah.
probably be the bug out with titanium scales,
Yeah,
and
that's gonna be my next one, honestly.
it's just a great knife. And I've bought these Flytanium scales and put them on here, and it made this knife 10 times better. But there's nothing wrong with this, but it's just like their new knives. They're pretty expensive. They're Magna Cut. They're coming out with like a water style line
That
for
that
fishing and
really
stuff.
that really really thin knife. What is that one called?
Oh, don't get me started on the
It's
narrows.
the one that they came out with at Blade Show last year, and
The
it
narrows, yeah.
yeah, it got really popular there. But so look at Girth Brooks,
I
his
work in a
comment
heat
here.
treating steel. I have tested the hardness of all my Benchmade. Of the 8, only one was higher hardness. The 810 tested at 63.3. The rest were really
63 is a
low.
good one.
You're talking about Magna Cut, or are you just talking about overall, like on your S30Vs and stuff from Benchmade?
810. So that 810 Benchmade.
Hmm,
That's
that's
interesting.
crazy. Yeah,
That is
so I'm with
crazy.
you on that, Ghost. The narrows. So, um, what's up, me with knives? Okay, so I'm gonna keep this kind of discreet. A certain figure in the everyday carry community walks up to me at Blade Show, or I was walking over to them something. He walks up to me, pulls the narrows out of his pocket, and goes, "Check this out." And he takes it and he does this right here. I'm not gonna lie. He goes, "Psh," and the
Yeah,
blade flops out. And I
it's
was
almost
like,
like a gravity knife. Yeah,
"No."
yeah.
And he's like, "Yep." And they're charging $550 for this thing. Now, let's go back to like the Anthem. The Anthem is nowadays, if you get an Anthem for like $450, you're doing good. Now, the Anthem is an awesome knife. I have thought about buying one before, thought about keeping an eye out for them. Have you ever seen the Benchmade Anthem?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would love to have an Anthem. They're really sweet. I think they kind of tried to recreate that with the Narrows, and they did not hit the nail on the head. Now, you know, Benchmade does make some good knives. Nothing against them. If they reached out to me tomorrow and said, "Hey, we want to do a deal with you," I'll be like, "Yeah, okay, cool," because they do make good knives. But some of them, man, like the Narrows, is just too expensive for what it is. I mean, you can't be doing that. Like
What is the
because
price?
your
What would you
name,
if that knife was 350, I feel like it would have made a
That's
much bigger splash.
that's
You know what I mean?
exactly what I was thinking. 350.
Like 350 is a super premium price for that knife, and yeah, you should charge 350 for it. But then I think they went like 50% higher and said, let's charge 450, 500 for it. And I think what Girth wrote, he says heat treating steel, and then
Are
Jack
you
Duck said, "What's that?"
Girth? Are you coming to Greensboro today? Because I mean, that's we're meeting up with he's part of the Crispy Donut guys, I think. Or no, he's not. I think he just watches. I
I'm
don't
very
know.
jealous
But
of your
anyways,
crispy donut meetup. I
yeah,
kind of
that'll be
want to
fun.
get in my car and drive there. I could
Come
probably
on,
make it by tonight.
we're meeting at 3.
Well, I can't make it.
Yeah, you're not gonna make that. But
Hey,
Girth,
but
are you
speaking
if
of
you're coming
which,
to that? Let me know.
kind of off topic though. Well, you and I are going to be meeting. We need to announce this, I guess,
Yes, we do.
unofficially here, but then we're going to meet at on March 15th, 16th that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to meet at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and so if anybody's in the area, maybe we can arrange a small meetup if they want to. I think we've got some ideas to shoot some videos there and to do some other stuff. But yeah, March 15th, 16th, we're going to be at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and it's your birthday, isn't
It's
it,
gonna
there,
be my
Sam?
birthday. Yeah, we should be. I'll talk to Greg and see if we can, but maybe we can shoot like inside the spots they shoot and stuff. But Me with Knives says, in defense of the Narrows, it's USA made M390 in titanium for 500 plus. Now, the Spidey Chef is LC200 in titanium and made in Taiwan. How much would it cost to be made in the US? So, well, I mean, look at their bug out. Their bug out is titanium, M390, and all that different stuff. Now, I know they had to do some new things for the Narrows, new innovations and stuff like that. But that knife is what? Not even $300. I think it's
Yeah,
275.
yeah.
So it's not all about cost. Now, the innovation, if they have to make their money back for the innovation in that, it's a different type of crossbar lock, I think, that they made for it.
I
If
agree
they
with
have to
what
do
Ghost
that,
just said, though.
cool.
My Grail knife is a Sabenza. I have
Yeah,
not dropped
I'm with
dropped
you on
one
that.
yet, but I agree with that. He says that at that price you can get a Chris Reeve large Sabenza in MagnaCut. I want a small Sabenza in
Hmm.
MagnaCut. That's
Me
my
too.
Grail knife. But again, you're looking at 500, 550 for that because everything is super premium on it. And yeah, I completely get it. I'm not a fan of the Narrows design other than the fact that it's super thin and super light.
Hmm.
Um, I'm just not a fan of the design. So
Well,
it's really not for me. It's really not been on my radar at all. But I just thought it was one of those things that really got people up in arms when they saw the price.
here's my thing. So I totally like the point that Me with Knives was saying. Like, I do get that it's American made and all that, but okay, let's say the price isn't a problem. That knife needs to be smack dab perfect. You should not be able to take it, and this Benchmade can do it. Well, no, it don't. But you should not be able to take it and literally, I am not exaggerating when I say this. He went and the
Yeah,
blade flopped out. Like,
yeah.
it should not do that. It should be. I mean, okay, you want to pay Sabenza prices? It should be Sabenza quality.
Mhm.
I mean, that's
And
just the
it's gonna
simple.
be, you know what you're getting with them too, and it's gonna
Yeah,
be. Benchmade
but
has
I'm
a
talking
much
about with the
larger
narrows.
scale. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And Benchmade obviously has a much larger scale of manufacturing and things like that. And a lot of Chris Reeve stuff is made handmade and all this other stuff, and that's what you got to understand. But you're right. I'm not paying that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Look, Girth, have you been you're part of like Crispy Donut, right? Like you come to those live stream stuff. By the way, we have 22 people in here watching this right now. That's
Hey
pretty good
guys, thank y'all so much for being here on
for everybody
Saturday
stopping
morning.
in. Thank you so much. If you want to drop a like, we would greatly appreciate that. We were supposed to talk
Yeah,
about
please
small
do
knives and
that.
stuff, but let's do a giveaway now that we've got quite a few people in
Oh,
here.
here we go.
We are
Okay.
so all over the place. But Girth,
Now,
if you're not coming today, you're more than welcome to come. We're going to meet in Greensboro at 3 o'clock at. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you. But we're going to meet at. My goodness, why can't I find it? Max
oh,
Speed Shop.
oh, cool.
And if you guys aren't subscribed to Chad Landman, you definitely should go do that.
Hey,
He
thank
just
you.
hit
Thank you
12K
very
not
much
too
for
long
that.
ago. So, but anywho, yeah. So the giveaway, and while he's getting that ready, I want to ask you guys to do something. If you don't subscribe to me, cool, whatever. I would like you all to go subscribe. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, let me just do it like this. If you guys would go subscribe to this guy right here. Ruth Farms here on YouTube. He's at 896 subscribers. Guys, go push him over 900. This is literally my neighbor. And when I say that, I mean, I can drive to his house in like 60 seconds. We went over there to
Yeah,
900.
I subscribed to him the other day when you put him out there.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I think we pushed him probably 10 or 12 people, but go knock him over that 900 if you guys would. Surely 4 of you can go over there and do that. But he's a great
And
guy.
generally, if you see any good small creators on YouTube that you like and you're not subscribed to them, just go ahead and subscribe to them because it really
Yeah.
doesn't cost you anything to do that, and it really bumps up their numbers. Every subscribe and everything is everything contributes to the algorithm. You know what I mean? Every like, every subscribe, everything like that. So do them a favor and just go ahead and subscribe to them. You don't have to watch every video, but just do it.
I'm still trying to understand how I'm watching an EDC live stream and there ain't one proper beard on stream. Look, I'm trying with the mustache.
What?
Okay, it's
Come on.
coming.
Look. I haven't shaved in a week and I cannot, my Marine Corps background cannot allow me to grow a beard. I've tried. I
Thank you, Andy.
promise. I've tried. And every time I get to about the 30 or 35 day mark, I can't stand it. I just can't stand it. So sorry, not going to have a beard. Probably ever. I'm resolved to that. I'm 42 years old. I'm never going to have a beard.
What's up, Wade? Guess what was in my pocket when this stream started?
Wade, you got some great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I followed
wait.
I followed Wade on everything now, and Wade's got some good stuff, man.
We're gonna get off track again. Let's do this giveaway.
Hey, how do you do a giveaway on a live stream?
That's a
By
good
the way, how
question.
do you
Let's
even
figure
do
it
that?
out.
Now I'm going to give away a little plug. Mr. Tom from Notorious EDC. I will not be giving this away right now, but this is a all good pouch.
Oh, by the way, guys, we got him over 900. Ruth is at 901.
How about that? Nice.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
But this is a great little pouch. I've got the OD green version right here. Look at that. 900. Over 900. Great. Next milestone's 1,000.
I know, right? Ain't that awesome?
But anyway, I'm going to be giving away an all good pouch on my channel here probably at the end of the month. And so again,
you could let me buy that from you when I see you in Tennessee.
What? Come on. I've got a no crow version of it. That's
sweet.
No Velcro on it. I kind of like it better. But yeah, Tom sent me a bunch of good stuff. Check this out. This is all the patches and stuff that he sent me and stuff. I've just share this a little bit right here. I built me a nice little kit.
Oh, dude!
Never had me a beer bomb before. I don't drink beer, but I do drink Sundrop, and so that's going to be. And but yeah, I've got a couple of things. This is my all titanium and stonewash carry is what I'm calling it. So that's pretty cool. But awesome. Let me show you this real quick before we do the giveaway. This right here. You're gonna make a thumbnail?
No, I was saying for your video, that's such a clean looking kit. That'll make a great thumbnail.
Yeah.
You got to bring that
this slip joint.
Look at it.
Yeah, this slip joint right here is the what does he call it? Crap, I'm having a brain fart here. Kingpin slip joint.
I can smell that brain fart from here.
Yeah.
Wait, so how do I do this? Okay. So it says log in and create a broadcast. All right, go live. We're doing that. Enter the text you want to match. Collect entries. What? How do you do that? Where to giveaway tool?
Do people have to? We can do a giveaway anytime, but at the same time, we did not research this.
Sorry, guys. No, they can enter like hashtag brain fart or something. Just.
Oh, okay.
And we can like round them all up and do that, but. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that exactly.
So we're giving away some decks of cards. These are really cool. They got We Knife branding on them. We Knife and Civivi.
Is the beer bomb just a shotgun tool? No, it's a bottle opener and like I think all it is a bottle opener, right?
It's got a bit. It's got a little wrench
Like
on
a
it,
quarter inch.
and so
Oh,
it's got a
cool.
bit holder on it. You can use it for that. It's really, I mean, unless you drink a lot of beer or bottles of whatever, um, it's kind of a really great fidget toy. Honestly, you just kind of, I was doing around my thumb the other day, but I've never actually had one. But they're just, I feel like I see them everywhere. So
Well, I don't know how to do this giveaway. We are going to figure it out though, guys. But anyways, all right, Chad, keep them entertained. I've got to figure this out.
so I'm going to talk about a few more small knives that have a special place in my heart because they were what I call pre YouTube. This is the SOG Twitch 2. And this is, see, it's not, it's so old, I haven't even oiled it. I got to oil it, but you can see all the gunk on the blade and stuff. This is an older model SOG knife. I just really like it. It's got this lock on it that you can actually lock it open or lock it closed. Yeah, see, I can lock it open. It's got a little switch, and then you can lock it. It's got a little. So I love this little knife. I carried it for such a long time. It's got some weird accents to it, but it's called the Twitch 2. I don't even know if they sell it anymore, to be honest with you, but it's got a really cool little blade shape. Not even sure what kind of steel is on this one. This was back in the days where they didn't put the steel on the steel, so very interesting right there. And then the other one that I've got is a Kershaw, and this is a speed safe Kershaw, but it's not. That's not the name of it. So this one is one of my favorites. Kind of got that Hinderer design frame lock going on, and really like the. I mean, it's just like a little spear point blade, and it's got the. My favorite thing about this knife is the pocket clip. You can see that pocket clip. It is a piece of plastic right here, but then you've got a kind of a milled, really solid, I mean, super thick, nice pocket clip. This one was always a really good thing of mine. The action, it's an assisted opening, so it opens up pretty good, but it doesn't, like the crossbar, the bar lock here is not going to let it be in. So anyway, really love that knife and everything as well. That's another small knife. Compare that with the size of the mini bug out. When you think about some of those smaller knives that I have, um, the mini bug out, not actually one of the smaller ones, honestly. It's actually one of the bigger small knives that I have of all of these. So, other than that, there's a bunch of others. I do want to talk about this one. Now, this one is my favorite knife that I have gotten in my. Okay, I take that back. It's my second favorite knife I've gotten. This is a tiny fixed blade called the News Knives Wicket. Now, if you've watched Taylor Martin's channel, you have seen this already. This is the Wicket. Let me take it out here. This is a 3-inch handle, 2-inch blade. This is what's called textured micarta with like orange flared brass kind of holes there. And this thing
Beautiful.
is just, oh, it's just amazing. Nitro V steel, sharpest, sliceiest little thing ever. And the way that it sits in your pocket with this ulti clip is just, it's just outstanding. You've got a nice thumb kind of flare on there, so you can just click these in, click it out. Just absolutely excellent. I love it, and I love the topo design on that Kydex sheath that he's got going on. This is one of my most favorite knives. I think one of my most favorite knives I've ever bought.
All right,
Super
guys.
cool.
So
Not cheap, but super cool.
I've got it lined up here. Go comment. I linked the video. Under that, I said go comment #fire on that video linked. So go do that. That was my latest video, the Vosteed Mini Nightshade versus the um, Mini Bug Out. Drop a like on that video while you're there if you would. Help me out a little bit. But we're
Oh, they've
gonna
got to
we're
go
gonna
comment on another video.
yeah, I hate to do that,
Um,
but
well, we
they'll
didn't do
come
any
back.
homework, so that's what we got to do. If they want some free stuff, that's what they got to do. It's okay.
But yes, we will be hitting this giveaway in just a minute. We'll let about 5 minutes go by and then we'll go do that. But okay, so let me talk about some of my favorites for a minute. So I love again small knives and talking about small fixed blades. I've got two right here that are great. We've got the Patriot from LT Right. So American made, around the $80 price range, comes with a nice leather sheath. Now, usually like belt sheath, I don't prefer over something like this with an ulti clip, but this one's so small and it sits so well, it doesn't really bother you. Now, of course, sometimes it'll get jacked sideways and poke into your side, especially if you got love handles like me. But this thing, it's a great little fixed blade. So useful, and you can rip through cardboard with it. Cool thing is also, it's like A2 tool steel, I think, or A1 or A2. And so you can take it on a ceramic rod and just get it back to shaving sharp real easily. Another awesome fixed blade is from Wade Knife and Tool. This is the Manifold. Now, Crispy Donut's going to be coming out with a really cool version of this with carbon fiber and Warncliffe blade. And I'm going to have to get it on one of those early. But I love this knife. My wife got me this for Christmas this year, and they're only about 130, I think, is what Wade charges for them. Oh man, they're so great. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It is custom made for 130 bucks. I mean, come on. Come on, man. Can you beat that? I don't think so. So those are the small fixed blades. Now, we were talking about small knives earlier, and again, one of the best is the Devo nip. This thing, it rocks, man. You can find these. White Mountain Knives had some that were in stock, the titanium versions. This is fat carbon, or I'm sorry, camo carbon with purple accents, a milled purple titanium pocket clip, and a purple backspacer. Oh man, S90V for like 160 bucks, dude. You can't beat it. I saw these at Blade Show. I had no idea they were going to be there. And actually, I was talking about guest Lefty EDC is going to come on the live stream with me sometime soon, and so is Max Level, Lefty, Ricky, and I'm going to see if I can get Wayne Sharpworld. Wayne Sharpworld is dropping a knife with Vosteed soon, and I might see if I can get him to hop on here and talk about it for a little bit.
I've
So,
got a couple of tiny fixed blades I'd like to talk about. Okay, two tiny ones. You can you hear me?
yes, I can. Here, let me
Okay,
put you on
good.
screen.
I just want to. I muted myself. I didn't know if I could hear. Two tiny ones, and then not such a tiny one. It's not nearly as tiny as the mini here, but this is this is the tactile knife. I believe it's the Maverick. I got this. This is a tiny. Well, I say tiny. It's a smaller fixed blade,
That's the
and it
Tactile makes that.
yeah, tactile makes
How have
this.
I not seen that?
It's not the Maverick. I'm sorry, it's not the Maverick. I forget what it's called, but it's very excuse me, very nice little blade. I got this. This is in MagnaCut, but I got this at a severe discount because you can see the blemish. Apparently, there's a blemish on the blade right here, and they said, "Oh, well, we got to discount that." I got this discounted by $100. So I
Brr.
put a little Ranger band on it. It's got really nice fittings and stuff on here. I love the handle. I love the ergonomics of it. Not too crazy about the blade shape. I'd love like a Warncliffe or a Tanto style on this. It's almost like
Mm.
a Tanto style,
It looks
but
more like a
yeah,
Japanese Tinto or something. Yeah.
it kind of does. Yeah, and but I really like this a lot. It's not. I want to get another sheath for it that's not so big. You can see the knife right there, but the sheath is way bigger than it maybe should be. So I kind of want to do that. There is a really interesting knife called the Panacea X that I got at Blade Show last year. It's just a tiny little fixed blade,
Yes.
and it's straight. Have you seen these guys?
Uh huh. So I used to watch Fowler's Makery and Mischief, and I
Yeah.
think he had one, but some of you guys know him. I know Andy does. Darren Glenn Cook. Him and Nathan Masters, the owner of Simple Shot. I'm good buddies with Nathan, and we hang out at Georgia Bushcraft and stuff. And he has one, and he likes it a lot.
Look at this. It's got a fire rod in the thing in the bottom of it. This is a tremendous neck knife, and obviously you would use that fire rod to use the top ridge of the knife, not the actual blade, and you could do some scratching off with that. There we
Wait a
go.
minute, you
Look at
say
that.
the Kelso Pan CX or whatever? Does
Hmm.
Kelso make one?
I don't know, but
Kelso, I love
this is from Panacea X. If you can see that name on there,
Kelso. My name is Bushcraft Kelso. I love him to death.
Bushcraft Kelso.
He's the best, man. He's at Georgia Bushcraft about every year.
This one is a tiny one that Savivi sent me that I never did a review on, but it's kind of wicked. It's called the Vaquita, and it's look at that blade.
That's a spicy meatball.
and it's passimitable. It's
That
got a
stuff out of
very
good.
interesting. Normally, I would never go for something this curvy. I'm really a fan of like straight edge and things like that. But this one is just really cool. Look how thin it is, though. It's super duper thin. It's got G10 on it, G10 scales. It's super duper thin. Really like that. Anyway, just wanted to share those.
Yeah, I agree, Gus Malone. If I was going to buy, I would much rather. And it's special too. Like that knife that Wade made me. I mean, it's special. There's not another one exactly like it. It's really cool. But
I tend to agree
Chad,
with him
according to
on.
our short, Chad
Do what?
hates all American makers and wishes that China would
That's it.
thrive. That's what some people thought from that short we
Yeah,
posted.
go ahead and throw me that under that bus that's rolling by. So I did not, well, I didn't get as many controversial comments on that as I thought, but I did
I
have one
feel
guy
the same.
message me and was like, "How dare you?" or something, and I was like, "Come on, man, like, what are you doing?" Like, and so we discussed, and I think I explained it in the short, like. American made is not USA made, and we said this before, is not necessarily USA made. Now, with some makers, it is. It absolutely is,
Mhm.
right? I bet you Wade, that's 100% American made, right? But at the same time, there's a lot of manufacturers that say, "Oh, it's American made," when it's only like 30% American made. That's what I was trying to get at. But anyway, um, yes, I agree with Ghost here. I want to start balancing. You know how when you were investing and stuff, you balance a portfolio, right? Well, I want to balance my knife portfolio and support. I want it at least to be half small makers and independent makers.
Mhm.
Like Nuge, he's a guy in a shop hand making these things, and they're just exquisite. These little wickets and wicket XLs and things like that. I want to support. Now, granted, it's going to cost more, and you're going to get premium materials, but you're going to get handmade, you're going to get American made. Um, and I get that when Ghost says it's just better and intimate feel transaction dealing with smaller guys. Like when I can buy this news knife and then immediately post something on Instagram and Tom Nugent gets in touch with me and says, "Hey, thanks for posting that." Like that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Benchmade's not going to do that. Savivi's not necessarily going to do that, you know. And
Right.
so
And
I
you
love.
can't expect them to at the scale they're working. I know that's
Right,
not what you're
right. Of
saying,
course.
but
Yeah, it's not realistic.
it's just I mean, like, wait, okay, I love Nuge makes awesome stuff, but it's in the $300. Like I think every one of his
Yeah,
fixed
it's
blades I looked
expensive.
at were around
Yeah.
$300. Cool thing is though, when you've got people like Wade making
Yes.
something for $130, which is
Hmm.
honestly, I don't care what you say, for a handmade fixed blade, $130 is such a deal. And I understand
Yeah.
in the future when things get dollars a
Yeah.
piece.
Wait.
But I
I need to buy something from you, brother.
but you see the thing is that's because if he's going to keep up with order. Hey, he might keep it at 130 if he's getting more orders, so on and so forth. But I understand you have to make stuff more worth it. You have to charge more to make more, to upgrade, to do all these different things. I totally understand that. But for $130 to get his knife is such a steal. And look at
Yeah.
this thing. I mean, it's beautiful. If I'm not mistaken, he puts every edge on these with the Work Sharp Precision Adjust.
I love
And
that
it's
straight. What's the handle material on that?
micarta, like a
Okay,
dark
nice.
micarta. He puts the lanyards on here. He does the jimping by hand. I don't know if you can see that, but the
Ooh, I
jimping
can see
right
that.
here
That looks nice.
and up here, he does it by hand. It's compound ground, so it's got a little bit of swedge on top. It's, I mean, the little attention to detail, everything is so good
What's the
on it.
model of that one? What's that
This
one
is the
called?
manifold. Lord willing, I will be getting all of his models. I've got two Wade,
Wade says it's black linen micarta.
black linen.
I don't know that. Is linen just a descriptive term, or is there some type of like, is it got a different texture or whatever? Because it looks, honestly, it looks very smooth. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Wade, do you do your own heat treat as well? Girth was asking that. Wade also putting in work in lives, chatting with people, commenting. That says a lot about him as a person maker. The cool thing is like, wow, we got 26 people in here. Hey, everybody. Um,
Hey,
when you get to the place where you are like Benchmade or something, you can't talk to people that
no,
often.
you
And I
can't.
feel like they cut out to the point where you look at Gerber and all these other companies where it's no longer about the community. It's no longer about stuff like that. It's about making the money. That's what it's
Yeah,
about.
Bottom
And
line, that's what
bottom
it
line,
is.
and that's how you run a business. I get it. But the cool thing with people like Wade is like it's the community. He's doing a collaboration that he doesn't really have to do with Crispy Donut and going to bring us one of the best looking fixed blades, small fixed blades that I've seen in a while. And I'm so excited for that. The carbon and I mean, I've got to get in. I've kind of like had Luke like, hey,
I
could you give
might
me an early
I might
spot?
not
Like,
buy I might not buy any folders this year.
I wouldn't
Like
blame you.
seriously.
I might do slip joints
Unless they're
and
sent to me, I might not buy any folders this year. It may be all what I purchase for myself. It may be all fixed blades.
I'll
Seriously.
probably be doing fixed blades, but mainly slip joints this year
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to design a slip joint for a company, and I think I need to do some R&D, get some stuff looked at, stuff like that. And then when I do my design, I know how I want the action to be and what works. But again, my next knife will probably be the QSP Hedgehog. But anyways, point is, um, like these guys, they make such good things for such a good price. I mean, and it's super impressive. Okay, so let's do our giveaway. All right,
Okay.
let's
You
do
got
this
some
thing.
stuff?
So, what have you got to give away, Chad? I don't really have anything. I mean, other than stickers and stuff, but
All
seems
right,
like you've got.
we've got 5 items, and then I've got just I tell you what we're gonna do here. I've got some. I don't know if you have stickers or not, but
I
I've
can
got
totally help you with
stickers.
that.
I've got channel stickers, and
Hmm.
I've also got Civivi stickers that they sent me. Um, if you just want stickers, send me your. You need to email me, and I'll send you some stickers. So don't worry about that. I've done that on my channel before. So go to my channel, subscribe to my channel, obviously, if you have not. And then right there on my channel, you see my email. Just email me there. I don't want to necessarily say it on the live stream, but email me there, and I will give you. I'll send you a bunch of stickers. So just don't worry about that. So we're not going to give those away necessarily, but I've got 4 decks of cards from We Knife here to show you. And so we got some We Knife branded decks of cards. These are unopened. I have not opened them. They're still sealed. And this is actually still sealed. This is just a knife roll. It's a small knife roll like this one. Let me show you this one right here. This has got what all my Civivi knives are in because I work with Civivi and they have been very gracious enough to send me several knives as well. The only one I actually bought was this one right here, my first Elementum, and all the rest of these have been sent to me. And it's a nice little compact knife roll, and it'll fit your mid-size folders, even one of your larger ones. I got the brazen right here. This is a larger Civivi knife, and it fits that just fine. So anyway, we're gonna give that away. So let's do it there, Sam.
Alrighty, so let's do this. We're gonna share screen. Hopefully, not give away any personal information. Let's hear that so you guys can see this is all above board. All right, so there are other comments on that video, so it might do those, but any of the ones we'll re-roll if that's the case. But we will paste
This
that.
is exciting. I've never done this before.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. All right,
We
so
we
can you?
are y'all give us a little leeway here. We are rookies when it comes to this kind of
We're
stuff.
gonna filter duplicate users. All right,
Ghost, I
number
do not, to answer
120.
your question, I live 3.5 hours. I live in Middle Tennessee, but it's very easy for me to hop over on Interstate 40 and go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, so I can get there in about 3 hours. But if you're ever in Middle Tennessee in Columbia, I work with the Graymere Church. I would love for you to come and check us out. We're in downtown Columbia.
Quick math. All right, let's do this thing. Get YouTube comments. Wait, sorry, this seems to be a wrong YouTube video link. Please double check to ensure that you've provided a. Oh my goodness, stop that. Okay, well, let's do this then.
You know, Wade, when you said that it was, I need to become a reviewer and get sent some stuff, that happened so quickly for me on YouTube without hardly any soliciting of my own.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Once I eclipsed like 1,500 subscribers, the offers and relationships started coming in like crazy. Like now, I got 3 this week that I said no to because they're just things that I don't review on my channel, like magnetic charging cables. I don't. I'm not going to review a magnetic charging cable or whatever. And So the offers started coming in. So if you make those regular videos and you have a concentration on that kind of stuff, those offers will come for sure. And most of the time, these companies don't make you sign anything. They don't make you sign a contract or anything. They just say, "Hey, we can send you this. We'd love for you to do a video on it." And so that's kind of how I got started. And I am incredibly thankful for a company like Civivi, a company like Olight. Civivi and Olight have been universal with a lot of creators, but they were my big break, honestly, because I was able to get some stuff that I couldn't afford outright, and was able to establish that. So yeah, that's really um, being amazing. And Wade, you just like Ghost said, you just being getting around and commenting on people. Like, I would not have known about you, Wade, unless you commented on some videos right here. But I found you on Instagram, found your stuff, and now you're on my radar, man. We take for granted there's so much content, there's so much stuff out there, um, that you just you can't keep up with everybody, especially even in this community that's a relatively smaller community. There are thousands of makers out there that I probably don't know about, and creators. So,
All right, you ready to roll this giveaway? Let's
Chad
do
Lemon,
this thing.
Are you Routh Farm? No, I'm not Routh Farm. I'm just Chad Lemon. I'm at Lemon EDC. Nope, this is me. I'm gonna comment on that.
You ready, Chad?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, let's roll this thing. Here we go. And the winner is Marco Ye. He
Marco,
said, "Hey, Samuel, this is #fire. Take care."
are you there,
Marco.
Marco?
Polo. Sorry.
Marco, and I will take care of the shipping on this. So if you guys win, comment below. Let me know that you're there. So Marco, hey Marco, he won. So Marco, you get a. We're gonna give this away last. You get a deck of cards. So
There he
email
is.
me your physical address. I promise I will not share any of that kind of stuff. You're not
What's,
signing up for a newsletter or nothing. But
have you
email me
shared your
your
email
physical
in the
address.
chat yet?
Yeah, if you share your email in the chat, that would be okay.
Or you want
If
me
you
to put
feel
yours in the chat, Chad?
if you want to go to my channel and find my email
Oh,
address and
there you
email
go.
me there, you can do that as well if that's
And
what makes you more
subscribe.
comfortable. You don't have to share your email in the chat if you don't want to.
Yeah, sounds good.
But yeah,
Okay.
that'd be the easiest way. Okay, I'm going to
How many
write
more
these
of those do we
down.
have?
Let's. So we got 3 more of those, and then
Three
we
more.
got one knife roll here that we're going to give away as well.
All right.
Okay,
And
so are you making
by the
notes? Are
way,
you making Marco?
uh, what is your name? Wade. Wade. You were saying that you wanted to get something in my hand. The next time I will see you in person uh, is at Atlanta. So anything you want to send to me to get in his hand, get it on over. Of course, I'll show him this.
Atlanta
And
is going to be so hype.
oh, I'm
Oh
so
my gosh, I'm
excited.
so looking for. I booked my hotel room the other day. I'm so hyped for Atlanta.
Yeah, I've got to
Like,
get mine.
I was so hyped for it last year, but this year I'm not gonna be so overwhelmed. I was so overwhelmed last year. It was my
Mhm.
first year. I just
Oh
walked in.
yeah,
I didn't talk to anybody. I was just like numb. It was so amazing. But anyway, I'm gonna be ready this year.
I'm not
Okay.
a very anxious person, but when I would stop and listen while I was at Blade Show, it made me anxious with how many people were there. It was crazy. But anywho, yeah, I'm really excited for that. I'm very blessed this year. I don't think I'll have to pay for my own hotel room, so I am
Yeah.
tickled. That's a huge blessing. I'm excited for that. So now I can spend more money on knives, right? Yeah.
There you
So
go. Hey, that's
uh,
the price of a hotel room for one night. That's one good
it's a good
knife right
knife.
there.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be a weekend.
Okay,
So
let's keep going with this. Let's keep going with this thing. So I'm gonna set this aside for you, Marco. In fact, you know what? I've got a little post-it here. I'm gonna put your name on it, Marco, and that will be that.
let's do it again.
Okay, let's do it again. Roll it.
All right. So we had Marco pick another winner. Here we go. Everybody ready? The
Marco.
winner is
There you go, Marco.
Cole Tysinger. Oh man, he didn't do the fire thing. Now Cole is a really cool guy.
You got to
I
re-roll it.
almost want to say give it to him because if he was in here, he'd be in it, but I can't. So re-roll it. Bang. Girth. Yeah.
Check
Girth
it
got
out,
the
Girth.
win.
Nice. Get you
Girth,
some.
are you in here?
Which, by the way, amazing name. Girth Brooks.
Garth
I mean,
Brooks,
come
yeah.
on.
Large and in charge, and has friends in low places.
There you go, Girth. Right there, brother. Thank you for being a part of the stream. Okay, we got
So,
two more decks of cards, and then the knife roll. Let's go.
2 more, and then maybe we'll actually talk about small knives.
Hey,
We're so
we've
bad
talked
about
about
that.
them. We've talked about
I'm,
them.
which I don't feel bad about it. Like Taylor and Jeremy, whenever they would do whiskey knife fight, they were the same way. Jeremy would get off on everything else.
You're welcome,
All
Girth.
right,
Appreciate you being here.
let's do. What's the next prize?
I've got 2 decks of cards left, and then the knife roll.
And then the knife roll. So we have 3 left to go then, huh?
Yeah, 3 left to go. Yeah.
All right, let's roll it again. And then we'll wait a little bit on that knife roll when we get to it.
Okay.
We'll wait towards the end, make people stick around. Me with knives. There you go.
About it. Me with knife. He just subbed, by the way. Thank you very much. Me with knives.
There we go. I'm sorry about my camera.
Me with knives. Do you have a channel on here? Obviously, right?
Oh, does he? Well, let's look that up.
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up, and we're gonna sub to you. That's for sure. Fukdusel. Oh, that sounds. I don't need to say that out loud.
Yep. Yeah, I was about to say, careful.
Congratulations.
Oh, yes, he does. So let's do. Oopsie.
I used to be so discerning with who I subscribe to, and now it's just like, man, just give them a subscription.
Man.
Just do it. Even if you only watch one of their videos every couple months, just give them a subscription. It counts.
Well, look at that. You have a video on Ray's channel from a year ago. Crazy. I guess you sent him something. All right, so we're gonna subscribe to this guy. Click the bell and go check him out. Oh, he doesn't have any videos. Well, maybe you should start making videos.
Hey, we're subscribed to you, so now you can start making videos. There you go.
Yeah, so you got a head start now. All right, let's do another random comment pick. Here we go. Pick another winner and start. Neil McKenzie. Oh, I'm sorry. Nice. I was sharing the wrong screen.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's a surprise to all of us, right?
Yep, there we go. Wabam. Shablamo.
Neil McKenzie. Neil, congratulations, buddy. Again, you guys gotta, if you want your stuff, I can't send it to you unless you give me your address. And so if you're comfortable doing that, email me. You know what? I'll go ahead and say my email address. It's not that big of a deal. Chad.landman. I'm going to put it in the chat. I don't mind. Chad.landman@gmail.com. So email me there, guys.
Man, Lauren, you're behind. He just commented that. He just commented on the video. Either that or it just came through. I don't know. All right, so one more deck of cards, right?
No, we're done. We got 4.
Okay, we're done.
We got 4 winners. We got Marco, we got Girth, we got Me with Knives, and Neil. All done.
No, Neil, you are both. You are both a winner and a wiener.
So, thanks to our friends. Hey now. Thanks to our friends at We Knife for providing that stuff. We Knife, Civivi, and Shcallicutt, obviously. One of these days, we're going to talk about the differences between those companies because
that's a good point.
I don't know that I know the differences, but anyway, I know that they make different knives, obviously. But okay, so is it kind of like Honda Acura?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Is that kind of what it is? Like Acura, everybody laughs at Japan because there's no Acura in Japan. They're just all Acuras, and they say we make it for rich Americans. We make Acuras for rich Americans, and
I didn't know you were a car
Hondas. I've claimed to. I think I'm a car guy some days.
Well, I think it's kind of like it's more like Scion, Toyota, and Lexus.
Okay, all right.
I drive a Scion, so I can say that. But yeah, the Scions are just about as good as some of the Toyotas, and then Toyota makes a car that dips down into the Scion realm of prices. But then why does Scion even exist? And it doesn't anymore, and that shows you anything. But
so they've taken that tactic, huh? Okay, we'll talk about that in another live stream.
Yeah. But anyways, so let's talk more about small knives. What we're here for. So, Vosteed has released a new one, and this is called the Chipmunk. I'm so sorry, my thing keeps flashing in and out. Do you know how to fix that, Chad?
You know what? Mine was doing that
It's
on
just
our
weird.
first stream, and I don't know why, but I'm not seeing it on your end though. The Scion
The
toaster,
toasters,
nice.
they're so. I have the TC, and it's like the 2011. So they're good looking cars. They're
I
slow. They have a
love. I
Camry engine.
almost bought a Scion back in the day, man.
They're
But
pretty
I
cool.
didn't.
My
So
my aunt used to. The lady I bought this house from, my great aunt had one, and Dad used to call it the milk truck because it was real square. The hamster car, no, that is the Nissan Cube, right? I think no, that's Kia Soul. That's what that is, and they're the worst cars to
yeah,
ever
that's a
exist.
Kia Soul. Yeah,
But anyways, the Chipmunk. So this is another small knife. This is a good one. Um, it's not like my favorite knife ever, but it's a pretty good little small knife. Front flipper, back flipper, and the tombstone action. It's got a good shape to it. Good drop point blade. Really cool little
neat.
knife. UA showed one off um in Utah this year, and it was like some kind of dinosaur name, but it was so cool. If I had a picture close by, let me see if I can share it or something. Let me find it here. Really
I've
cool.
got
I'm
some.
talking
I've got
awesome.
some tiny traditional
I'm looking
knives
for
I'd
it.
like to share as well.
Ooh. Oh, they. I might have to see if we can pick up a Jack Wolf um, at Smoky Mountain when we go because they have them. And I mean, I'm tempted. 300 is a lot, but maybe we can
Yeah.
make it work. But
So check this out. Everybody loves case knives. Everybody knows case knives. Have been around for 100 years. This is one that I picked up at a local shop for 45 bucks. And it's just a nice little pen knife. It is exquisite. It has got like from 1995, 1996, something like that. It's got that red bone on it.
that knife is older than me.
Yeah, I know. I know, Sam. Check
Chad's an
this out.
older
I don't
man.
know if you've ever heard of this, but this is a hen and rooster.
Oh,
They had
that's
some weird,
cool.
weird. Yeah, it's a hen and rooster, and it's got this kind of weird plasticky thing. But all of these got really good snap on them. Love that style. I just love the plain styles, minimalist styles. One of the coolest ones that I've ever found is this one right here. I got this at a bargain bin. You pull the end right here, and it goes like this. Check this out. It's kind
Um,
of like a flipper, but this is called a switcheroo, and you can actually push it in too, and it
what?
isn't that cool? This is
That
one of
is
my favorite.
awesome.
That's one of my favorite. And this is old too. I think this is like 60s or 70s, 1960s or 70s. Andy says I have underwear older than you. Yeah, you probably older than Sam. Not
Oh
older than
yeah,
me, but older than Sam, definitely
yeah. That's
probably.
what he was talking
But yeah,
about.
I love this knife because it's got such a neat little. It's got a little clip point, and that's cool, man.
That
It's
is
called a
awesome.
switcheroo. And then the last one I'll share, the last traditional tiny knife that I'll share. I did not know, coming in the Marines, K bars were those big, Bowie knife
Mm-hmm.
kind of things, right? Well, this is actually a K bar, a nice little folder that they came out with,
K
and
bar, huh? Wow.
yeah, it's got you can't see it on the stream necessarily, but it's got K bar right there on the blade, on the foot of the blade.
That's pretty neat.
Just a super little, I mean, plastic bone right here is not even real bone, but just good snap on it. I mean, just love these little pen knives. These are what I call church knives. Carry them to church. I
Yeah.
don't. I'm not going to carry me a bug out to church or anything like that, or a fixed blade to church. But this is a good little knife to carry in your pocket for when you have to dress up or go somewhere. Super nice. Love it.
Made in New York. I have a few of them. How about that? Another one that shut down was Ontario. And they were I think they were in New York. That stinks. Uh, Ghost says, nice. I have a case vault pattern, single blade Barlow, Caribbean blue, jig bone in my back pocket. I'm
I
telling you
only
guys,
have one
got
Barlow.
10.
I need to get a Barlow. I need to get some more Barlow style blades. I think we're gonna see several of those, like new style Barlows this year from some companies. You know what a
Y-
Barlow looks like?
Um,
It's kind of got
I
almost like
should.
a. Let me see if I can find mine. I've got one. Yeah, I got one. This is a Barlow right here. This is not what
Yes.
I'd call a
Oh
small
yes,
knife.
dude.
So
Is
this
that
is
the
a
roast
this
crust?
camel. This is a camel. No,
Camillus.
this is not a Rosecraft. Rosecraft actually is putting out new style Barlows,
Mm-hmm.
but this has just got that synthetic on it right there. And this is a Camelus from like the, I don't know, the 80s or 90s or something. But yeah, clip point blade, love it.
This is one I kind of want, and it might be weird, but this the Victorinox floral.
No, no, no. I
It,
want that one too.
they're pretty
I want
cool.
that one as well. Yeah, they're very cool.
It's
Me with
just a
knives.
simple little knife.
I was in the Marines to answer your question there. I was in the Marines from 2000 to 2004. I graduated high school in 2000, went to boot camp shortly after that, and then trained. And then September 11th happened, obviously, in 2001. And I served in Iraq and Afghanistan, got out in 2004, and went to college here in Tennessee. And that's my little story there. So, yeah, I
Your
was in
mom.
an aircraft squadron, VMGR 252, based out of Cherry Point, North Carolina.
Oh, you were a North Carolina boy for a little bit, huh?
Yeah, well, I was very much North Carolina. I lived in Havelock and Cape Hatteras over in that area.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's where Cherry Point is. Thanks
So
for asking.
this is another one.
Army 84 to 94. So yeah, you are a little bit older. Sorry, didn't mean to say that necessarily, but I mean that's cool. 84 to
Uh-huh.
94. That was an interesting time to be in the Army. Wow. Don't ask, don't tell, kind of stuff like that. Ooh.
Check this out. This
Me
not
and
this
Chad
one.
are the
I
same
actually just
age. If he was born in May, it would have been much cooler. Yeah. November, though, is the best month. Let's be honest. November is the best month because you've got fall and you've got Thanksgiving. My birthday is right around Thanksgiving. In fact, every 5 years, my birthday falls on Thanksgiving. And it's the greatest. Like, it wasn't the greatest when I was a kid, but as an adult, having your birthday on Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving is the greatest because you always get time off. So,
I need this. I need it now. Not this one. I actually just want the green micarta one. And then if the rest of it, like if I like it a lot,
Golden CF, what is that?
golden carbon fiber.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
don't recall that I've ever seen one of those. I don't think I've ever seen golden
a
carbon
hedgehog?
fiber.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've seen the hedgehog. I've just never seen that texture, that handle. Boy, that's wicked, dude. Why
So I
does
think
QSP put a triangle on their? Is
so
that kind of their?
their whole thing is quality, service, price. That's what
That's
QSP
right.
stands
It's
for.
the yeah. Okay, I
And
forget about that now.
it's like the Trinity, not to be like sacrilegious or anything, but like it's like
Right,
the
right.
Trinity, like their three pillars of their business. So, and if that
Cool.
goes well, it's not even this one. Let's see. How slow I type. I'm an old man, and I didn't even spell it right. So this one right here is the one I want. Just the green one. That's it. I love this, and it's $57. With you can get like 10% off codes all the time, so really about $50. 14C28N and green micarta.
Oh, this textured green micarta. Oh,
Oh,
so
it's so
good.
beautiful. But
How much is that?
that
$57? Are you serious?
57. But if that goes
Wow.
well, then something like this. M390, carbon fiber, titanium bolsters, $140
Zoom,
practically.
zoom in on that picture for me because that blade style, or I'm sorry, the handle style for that is, I feel like that's a trend with that two-tone kind of thing that's going on right now,
Mhm.
where you've got the handle one material and then you've got kind of where the blade pivot is in another material. I feel like that's going to be a big design trend this year.
Mhm. So those are called bolsters.
Okay.
And everybody, I mean, some people have like fake bolsters. The Nightshade. The Nightshade Premium has a bolster. It's brass, and then micarta. But if I really like
I didn't
if I
know that
like the
had a
regular
name,
version,
honestly. Learn something new every day.
I might have to pick that up. But
That's cool.
well, let's go ahead and do this last one because we're gonna have to head out here in a
Man,
minute.
we've been going for an hour and 37 minutes. How about that,
It
dude?
doesn't feel like that, but and it's been good. We've had good viewership the whole time. So we were talking about this. We might have to make this a regular thing. This is a really fun show to do. I really enjoy it. And you know what I think we ought to do one time is bring our wives on if your wife is comfortable with getting on this one.
Absolutely. I
That would
can't
be fun.
guarantee my wife will actually say words, but she is she is very, very shy when it comes to speaking and knowing that people are watching and things like that. But tell you
Hmm.
what, you get her going and she will she won't stop, man.
She
She's
won't.
like a
My
freight
wife's the
train.
same way. She's real
Yeah,
quiet, and then she won't shut up. Like,
yeah.
I'm not to be rude or anything. Actually, it's not that she won't shut up. It's that she talks really fast because she gets
Oh
excited
yeah.
about stuff. It's funny.
Yeah.
I love her. All right,
My
let's run
wife
this one
uses
more
her
time.
hands a lot. She talks with her
Yeah.
hands. She talks, yeah.
So does Allie. All right, let's do this thing. I'm the same way. I won't shut up either. I
Yeah,
will.
let's do this final one.
Nameless.
So we got a
Oh, I
knife
forgot to
roll.
share the screen. I'm sorry.
You forgot to share the screen. Nameless. What are we doing?
Whoopsie. Nameless EDC is the one. Oh, get out of here. Is the one who won. That's my bad, guys. Sorry, but it was Nameless. That
Is
one is
Nameless
still
on
in
here in
here.
the chat with us?
Let's see if he is. If not, we'll re-roll. We'll give him just a second. He probably left. He's probably like, these goobers aren't going to do this today. Gabe, that's what we just gave away was the knife roll.
Yep. And I tell you what, if he's not on here, I might just randomize this and give this to somebody that's already won instead of a deck of cards. I don't think anybody would be disappointed on that.
We can roll one more time if you'd like.
There he is, right
Put your money.
there.
Hey, there
Nameless.
he is.
Congrats, buddy.
Congratulations.
Hey, thank y'all so much for being a part of the chat. We're going to have to go here in just a minute. I don't have anywhere to be, but yeah, thank y'all very much for being a part of this.
My
If this is
last.
something that you'd like to
Oh,
see
go ahead.
as a regular thing, then let us know, please.
I know I enjoy it. This is fun. Me and Chad get to just chat for a while. We were sitting on the computer on StreamYard the other night, just talking, kind of like a FaceTime call, and we got on a tangent about stuff, and it would have made, makes a great live stream
It
kind of thing.
it'd have made a great podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. So before we go, give me top three favorite small knives. So it can include fixed blades, but three of your best small knives. If you could only have three of them, which ones would you have?
Okay, I'll give you top two here. Runt 5, obviously.
Right.
Number 1, love it. Unbelievable. Number 2,
Mm-hmm. Baby
Baby
banter.
Banter. Baby Banter is just, you look at it and you think, this is not going to work. That's the first time that when I first looked at a Baby Banter, I'm like, that's not going to fit my hand. It's not going to flip very well. It actually does. It does phenomenal. And the action is amazing on it. I don't know what else I would say. I want to give it to the mini bug out, but
Number one, or like just as one of your
three,
three?
number three. My number
Oh,
one's
gotcha.
Runt.
Was the run?
Number
Okay.
two, yeah, I didn't count them down. I tell you what, for as little a time as I've had it, I've only had it for about a month. I really like the mini pyrite. I really, really, really like it.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact is I can't flip it. I can't really flip it open either. It makes me very deliberate about how I flip it open because I've got these two fingers. I've broken these two fingers at one point, and I can't
Ouch.
do anything with spider flicking really well. So I can't really flip it open that way. But it's still the design of it is just I just love it. I just absolutely love it. I'm in love
Get
with.
get
I've got a
wrecked.
major thing in CGRB right now.
I'm better than you. Look.
Well, you're also half my age, so whatever.
Oh, I see how it is. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Just wait
No,
until the
you.
arthritis kicks
Yeah,
in
I
and
was
the
about to
40s
say.
get here. Just wait. Just wait.
Nah. And
MKM Micro. I need to look that one up.
so
That's
is
what
that? Are
Low
you
Rid was
talking
saying.
about the larger one or the little bitty one that's like a 1 or 2 finger grip? Because I used to have the micro, whichever one it is, and it was a good fixed blade. I traded it. I have the opposite problem with my pointer finger in flippers.
You mean like
Can't.
with thumb tabs
How about
there,
that?
Dang Ross? Is that what you're talking about? Because I could understand that too, but I've got this finger was broken 3 times. This finger was broken twice, and I just cannot. I cannot do it. I just so I'm always envious of the Spidey Flick people when they do it.
Maybe I should start doing my podcast like this. All right, so my top three that I'll throw in here, and just I guess an honorable mention might be the mini penguin. It's a good
Oh,
knife,
I forgot about that. It's right
but
here. I forgot about
it's
that.
not as I don't like it as much as I like the others.
It's not as I've got my blue jean micarta right
Yeah, I've
here.
got the green.
And I really like it, but it's not. Yeah, it's phenomenal. I
You
have
know what this
forgotten
could
about
use?
that one though.
A titanium clip. I know that would knock out
Hmm.
the deep carry nature of it, but a titanium clip would be really cool on this. Yeah, I'm
But
gonna
I
start
don't
doing
need
this
it.
like this. It looks professional.
What above like that? Like a boom mic or something? Like you're on
Like
a movie set?
that's actually what this is. This is a directional microphone.
Yeah, I
It's not
know.
even
I
for.
know.
But anyways, yeah, the mini penguin is great, man, and the titanium versions. I feel like that would be pretty cool.
Is that a titanium version you got?
No, this is the micarta. I wish I don't think I would spring. I think they're only like $90, but I just not gonna spring for that. It's a
But
good knife.
wasn't this one like 40? That's it?
I
Like
think they're
just
like
40?
52 or something.
Okay. I think I got
I think.
mine on discount one time, maybe on Amazon when they were running a sale. But yeah, I think I got mine for 40. Blue Jean
Girth
Micarta there.
said elementum bug out and pyrite. By the way, guys, yeah, you throw your 3 down there, but we're talking small knives. I don't think you could really
Yeah,
consider.
Elementum. And if you look at how big an Elementum is, believe it or not, and I didn't say mini. I guess we should have probably at the top of the show defined what a mini knife was, less than 3 inches of a blade.
Yeah,
But if you're talking
typically.
about value for the money, um, the mini Praxis here, it's
Yes,
not mini compared to. No, if you look at the mini knives here, it's not mini compared to. Look at how the
truly
difference in
will mini.
blades.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
but like
truly
the mini
small.
bug
It's not
out is
truly mini.
about the same size.
And the mini, honestly, I don't know if I consider the mini bug out a small knife, but it really is. But I don't know.
I
So,
think that's like
but
the
yeah,
edge of what I would consider a small knife. Is
so
like
an
that's a good
Elementum's got like
reference.
a 3+ inch blade, and I don't know
Hmm.
that I would consider that a small knife. But what I have found is that in the knife community, that people small and large are relative terms for people because 6'6" guys, an Elementum is going to be a small knife.
Yeah,
And for a 5'11" guy like myself, a small knife is going to be a pyrite, mini pyrite, or runt.
we are the same person. I think I'm about the same height, like 5'10", 5'11". We're too similar. We're gonna have to do something different. Both wearing green, both wearing
Yeah,
glasses.
I was about to say we're all.
We're both
Are
like
you wearing a?
youth.
Are you wearing a nerd battleship shirt though? Are you
No, I'm
wearing that?
not. We're both we're both like Sunday school teachers, like youth ministry type guys. Yeah, we need help. Um, or we need to do something different anyway. Well, I'm growing the mustache, so there you go. All right, so my 3, I guess this will be an honorable mention. But number 3, I don't know. That's tough. This is
Yeah,
one of
it's
my
tough. It's tough picking that
this.
last one.
I tell you what, these last 3 are kind of on the same level, all of them. But the mica, I like the mica over the mini pyrite because of the blade shape, because of the deployment method, and I just like it more. Um, Number 2, I'm probably gonna have to say the nip. I love the nip. Again, I like these all about the same. This is a great little knife. At Blade Show, you're gonna have to. I can bring this to Tennessee and let you check it out.
What is that one? Oh, that's the nip.
The
Okay.
Devo, yeah.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, and I'll put this one kind of at number 1 because y'all are both Toby Maguire walking through the portal with the youth pastor vibes. Oh, thank you. I don't know what that means.
You don't know what that means?
No, I don't get it.
You don't get that? Oh,
Oh, walking through the portal. Oh, yeah. Okay, in Spider Verse. Okay, yeah. Anyways, and then probably number 1 is the Olong Knives Rumson. I carried
oh,
this in my
that's your
wedding
number one, huh?
probably because of the like significance it holds, but for the
Yeah,
price,
yeah.
the action, dude, so snappy. M390, carbon fiber, G10, all these different things, so good. Yeah, it's good. I love it. It's a good little knife. If he is at Atlanta this year, and that's where I bought that. No, I bought that in Utah. But if he's in Atlanta this year, you're gonna have to go check him out. Maybe he'll have one of these and you can pick it up.
Oh,
But that's probably
I'll
my
be
top 3.
checking everybody out, man.
Well, guys, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yes, thank you
I hope you
guys.
guys enjoyed it. This was a blast. I'm loving this. So maybe we can make this a
We've talked.
twice a month thing.
We've
We'll
talked
see.
about making it a regular thing.
Yeah.
Saturday mornings tend to work out for us. So people that are not taking their kids to games and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
you guys let us know if that time frame works out. We may do some stuff on later on Friday nights or whatever, according to schedules. But it probably won't be for my, and I was speaking for myself. If we do make this a regular thing, it will not be regularly scheduled, meaning
Right.
like it'll probably be like, this third Saturday, and then maybe we'll do it the next Saturday, and then we won't do it for two more Saturdays and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. So
Yeah, we'll
I,
probably try
I'm,
to get
I,
one or two in a month at
yeah,
least.
sure, absolutely. But yeah, we're working on it, and this is the start of something wonderful, I think.
Yeah, this is great. And Chad and I, like we said, will be meeting up. Both of us, Lord willing, will be in Atlanta. We are meeting up at Smoky Mountain Knife Works March 15th and
15th,
16th. I think we'll be
I
there.
think so. Yeah.
Well, at least on the 16th. I think if that's the Saturday, that's the day we'll definitely be there. Um, nothing's definite. Lord willing, we'll be there that Saturday, recording, bouncing around, doing different stuff. We've got some fun ideas for challenges to do while we're there, and so yeah, that'll be a blast. If you're around that area, stop in, say hey, and
Yes.
we'll be happy to.
Please don't be. I'm always shy and afraid to say hey to people that are on channels and not necessarily YouTube celebrities, but we're just guys. Just come say hey to us. We'd love to talk to you.
We're just as big a losers as you are.
We are
So
just as big a losers as you are, right?
yeah, so thank you all for watching. I hope you and I hope you let's do the whole outro thing. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things. Have a great day.
God bless you.
There we go. We'll see you next time.